In this month's show, more advertising opportunities on Instagram with Explore Ads, ExoClick's new video slider ad format, and we also talk to Brian Taylor from AdSecure about protection against malvertising. You're watching The Additive, the show that brings you all things ad tech. Instagram is set to introduce ads on the Explore page. Now, this is the discovery page where users are shown curated content based on their interests, and they can also discover content from accounts that they don't follow. Now, this marks the first significant expansion of ad placements beyond stories and the traditional feed. Now, Instagram claims that more than 50% of accounts on Instagram use Explore every month. Now, the Explore ads come hot on the heels of the launch of the Instagram checkout, which gives users the ability to purchase products directly through the app. The Explore page has a shopping category of its own, which already consists of the most shoppable posts, and Explore ads will likely appeal to those marketeers who are looking to utilize the app's social commerce features. Now, Instagram says that for advertisers, this is an opportunity to be part of what's culturally relevant and trending while reaching new audiences who are looking to discover something new. Advertisers can extend their campaigns using automatic placements with a simple opt-in to reach audiences in Explore. We consume more video content on our devices than ever before, so video ad formats are in big demand from both advertisers and publishers that monetize them. To meet this need, ExoClick has launched the video slider ad format. Now, it's similar to an instant message format and displays a video instead of just an image. Once a website's page has loaded, the end user will see the ad slide in from the bottom right of the screen, which makes it compelling for the end user because it really captures their eye. The entire video is clickable, sending the end user to the advertiser's landing page. The end user can close the ad via a close button on the top right-hand side of the ad. Alternatively, he can watch the entire video. Once it's closed or once the video's ended, the ad slides out from the bottom and disappears. Of course, this makes the video slider compatible with the Better Ads Coalition's guidelines. If you want to know more about this ad format, there's some tutorials on exoclick.com/blog. So in the ad tech industry, you're reading about it in the news all the time, things like malvertising, malware attacks, ransomware attacks, etc. Well, I'm here with Brian from AdSecure. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Giles. Good to see you.
Welcome to The Additive.
Thank you.
And he's going to tell us a bit more how ad networks and publishers can counteract that with AdSecure. So what is AdSecure?
So AdSecure is an entirely online software as a service platform that provides constant detection, analysis, and notification against various digital threats, whether they be malvertising attacks that can send sort of nasty payloads into an end user's system, or even user experience sort of situations that can cause a real nuisance. Mm-hmm. So what AdSecure does is scans for, analyzes, detects, and notifies whenever these issues pop up inside the digital ad supply chain.
So, I mean, obviously it's always out there. I mean, why do ad networks and publishers need AdSecure? What is the one thing that sells it to them, would you say?
So, ultimately, the goal is to create a safe and secure digital advertising ecosystem. And for publishers, whether this is fair or not, they bear the end responsibility for making sure that their users who are visiting their sites can engage with ads on a safe level and be secure when they do so. And what that means for publishers is that they want to make sure they have a system in place that will detect those things for them, will analyze what's happening, and notify them in real time as soon as they found something they have to be concerned about. There's a knock-on effect as well for ad networks and other platforms who are working with these publishers. The publishers want to make sure that their partners are also invested in advertising security.
Yeah.
So for a network, they want to make sure that they're protecting the relationship they have with the publisher, their own reputations for delivering clean, safe content, and all together, all told, the goal is to have everybody working towards keeping those end users safe and engaged.
So how does the AdSecure platform actually work?
So our crawler is built around real modern browser technology. And what that allows us to do is to uncover threats that are very modern, that are new, that are constantly changing and mutating. And they're things that other ad security providers struggle to detect because they aren't using that same kind of browser technology. So for example, something built around obfuscated code isn't an issue for us, whereas it might be for one of our competitor organizations. How it works is basically once you're inside, you have the user interface, which allows for the creation of projects that can run on certain parameters that are specified by the user.
So when you say projects, those scans that I set up as a client, for example?
Yeah, exactly. So you go in, you set up your project based around the locations that you're looking to scan within, wherever the ad is running, and also which types of devices it might be running on. If, for instance, you've got a mobile campaign that's running on a specific carrier network, then you can actually choose to scan it using that network's proxies.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely. One of the other things that we really focus on and make a key sort of aspect of our platform in terms of having a comprehensive protection strategy is the use of residential proxy networks.
And how does that work?
So a residential proxy network allows you to be scanning using the same IPs as the end users that are actually visiting the site. So you're actually moving from a small range of IPs in that case, maybe 6 or 7 on a standard proxy network, to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands.
Wow.
What this is really key on is the ability to stop things like ad cloaking attacks and IP blacklisting, where let's say a fraudster or a cyber criminal might be looking to actually blacklist that small range of IPs so they can serve up a clean ad to those while they're sending a bad ad out to the end users who are their ultimate targets. This makes this almost impossible and essentially unproductive because you're actually blacklisting the same IPs that you would be looking to target.
So what other violations do you detect? Because I noticed you did a Q1 violations report recently, and browser lockers were quite high on that.
Browser lockers browser lockers are often a favorite, certainly in certain parts of the world. They're very, very common throughout the EU. But yeah, what we do is we break down our violations by 2 basic sort of categories, and those are user experience violations, which are the ones that maybe while not particularly malicious in intent, cause negative and poor user experience. So these are things like your forced redirects or back button hijacks, even things like landing page errors that are forced or JavaScript alerts on either entry or exit. These kind of things over time, if not dealt with, can lead to a drop in traffic actually visiting websites. And of course, for a publisher, that means loss of revenue streams and the inability, or let's say a struggle, to continue to create that kind of engaging content that draws users in.
Indeed.
And then on the other side of that are the more dangerous things, and these are your user security violations. So on these, you're talking about things like malware attacks, phishing URLs where a program is designed to try and collect user data, personal details, banking details. Ransomware is another big one. Browser lockers, of course, as we said. And even things like adware and not safe for work content as well.
So, I mean, it's really interesting that you can detect all these things. Is there any way that, say, I wanted to be a client, I could get like a free trial just to test it to see how it works?
Yeah, it's absolutely completely simple. All you have to do is go to www.adsecure.com and request a free trial there.
Fantastic. Well, if you're a publisher or you're an ad network, make sure you do that, then you can keep those users safe. Thanks very much, Brian.
Thank you, Giles.
Well, that's it for this show. I hope you've enjoyed it. And all I got to say is, until next time.